Hey there, it's me Eden. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe to my channel and visit my Patreon page for early access, link in the description.
"Lynn, can you look at me so I can apply your lipstick?" the sales lady asked. Her statement did not leave any doubt about me being a sissy. Red-faced, I did as she asked. I looked at the sales lady, but focused my attention over at the girls. The sales lady kept asking me to adjust my lips, form an O, curl them in, and pucker. She explained what the lip liner was and the brush and lip gloss. While I was getting my lipstick applied, Mom pulled the girls away to talk. I couldn't hear everything, but I heard her ask questions. I wished Mom would leave my friends alone. It was bad enough that I would be wearing a skirt to school. I did not need talk of me being a mama's boy. "There," the sales girl stated. She handed me a mirror. "Do you like?" Mom, Gail, and Sue stepped up next to the sales girl. "That is a nice shade on you," Sue stated. "I wish my lips were as full as yours," Gail stated. "He does have full lips." "He's lucky. Women are paying good money for collagen injections to have lips as full as his." Mom always finds a way to embarrass me further. She wasn't always like that. She used to be a cool mom. Now, I don't know what happened, but she changed. It is as if all she wants to do is embarrass me. I do not like being with her. "I like that color. Do you like the color, Lynn?" Mom asked, not waiting for my reply. "I also think he needs a little eyeliner," Mom stated. "What do you think, girls?" "Oh, yes, definitely," Gail stated. "Maybe some mascara to darken his lashes," Sue stated. "Yes, I think you girls are right," Mom said. "It is good to have you two girls here. He hasn't been much of a help." I hoped he would take a greater interest in his appearance. The sales lady took a container off the counter. "I need you to tilt your head up and close your eyes. It helps if you look down, but keep your eyes closed." I did as she asked. As the sales lady worked on my eyes, she explained to Mom and Gail the new properties of the lipstick. How the lipstick I chose actually gives a girl fuller lips. They all talked about what would look good on Gail. I wondered how long I would be stuck in the chair. I wondered what was happening to Kevin. I opened my eyes when instructed, so she could apply the mascara to my lashes. "Lynn, you are looking very pretty," Gail told me. "You sure are," Sue added. I wish they quit telling me that. Mom held the mirror for me. They were right. I looked like a girl, not a tomboy, but a girly girl. "Those are your colors. We'll take everything and the nail polish," Mom told the sales lady. Just then, Kevin and his mom walked up. Kevin was wearing a lighter shade of pink lipstick, but he had on more makeup around his eyes. He looked like a pretty girl. I realized that was a good thing. "Hi, Gail." "Hi, Sue," Kevin said, striking a pose, asking for a compliment. "Kevin," Gail got excited. "Wow, you look hot." "Wow, Kevin, you do," Sue said and then hugged him. Mom turned around. "Kevin, you are very pretty." I could see that Kevin enjoyed being the center of attention. We all stood in a group. Mom broke the silence. "Lynn, put your makeup in your purse." She handed me the package. I blushed. I looked at the girls to see if they were silently laughing at me. Only Gail was looking at me. "I promised Kevin ice cream," Mrs. Harris stated. "You are all invited to join us. My treat." The girls jumped on the invitation. Kevin has always been a better friend with the girls than me. I did not want to go. I wanted to go home. I wanted to get out of the clothes. Mom accepted for us. Kevin and the girls started to walk away. Mom pushed me to catch up. She and Mrs. Harris followed behind. Kevin and the girls talked. I felt like a tag-along. The fear of being seen was inhibiting me from having a good time. I occupied the time looking around the mall, curious if anybody was watching me. When we passed by another clothes store, I saw a kid from my history class shopping with his mother. She was holding a denim skirt up to him. It was comforting knowing that Kevin and I would not be the only boys wearing a skirt to school tomorrow. We never got the ice cream. We were halfway there when it was announced the mall would be closing in 10 minutes. That saved me from any further embarrassments. Even though I was wearing a skirt, I still opened the door for my mom. When we were all outside, Mrs. Harris stated, "I owe you girls a rain check on the ice cream." At first, I assumed she meant the girls, but she corrected herself. "Oops, you kids." I blushed a deep red, only because Kevin and the girls giggled. I could see Mom also thought it was funny. To make matters worse, Mrs. Harris apologized to me. "Lynn, I'm sorry. But you look so pretty. I forgot you're a boy. I guess there is a red deeper and brighter than fire engine red. It is called Lynn's embarrassment red." I could see Mrs. Harris felt bad about embarrassing me. The ride home was worse than the ride to the mall. Mom asked her questions about the girls. The number one question, which one do I like? After telling her we are just friends, she told me how Gail was nice and Sue was cute. She asked why I never mentioned them before. She asked why I never asked either one over or to a dance. She told me if I ever wanted to ask one of them to a movie, she would be happy to drive. I started to get annoyed. To shut her up, I asked my own question. Do I look like a boy who can ask them out? I was being flipped. She looked over at me. She was silent for a moment. Then she asked me, so the girls told me this isn't required. The whole dressing like a girl is optional. Is there something you would like to tell me? Mom was not angry. She was being serious. The question stunned me. I needed her to know that her son was her son and there was nothing wrong with me. It was Kevin's idea. I didn't want to. I only agreed because Kevin asked and Tim agreed. She had to believe me. Mom, I swear it was not my idea to dress in girls' clothes. I wish I had never let Kevin talk me into it. I've been regretting it all night. I don't appreciate being lied to. I could not tell if she was upset with me or disappointed with me. You should have been honest. I didn't think Dad would have agreed, and I felt obligated since I gave the guys my word. I held my head down. I'm sorry. You're right. Your father would never let you go to school the way you are dressed now if he didn't think it was required. Her voice was calm. I felt guilty about lying. I don't have to go to school. I saw an opening to redeem myself. If you remember, I asked to stay home sick. Dad said it was okay. You said I had to go to school. Don't blame this on me. This was your doing. The calmness left her, and don't even think about staying home. I just spent well over $100 on those outfits. You're wearing them. She ended the discussion. After a few minutes of silence, she asked me, so if Kevin and Tim smoke pot, are you going to? No. That would be stupid. She was working the guilt. I'm sorry. I won't lie to you again. I was being sincere, but not truthful. I would lie again if needed. You're stuck with this lie. I'm not telling your father. He doesn't need to know that his son wants to dress like a girl. I heard her threat. I was stunned. She was blackmail me. When we got home, I went to change. Mom stopped me. She told me to finish my homework. She explained how there was not enough time for me to change. It would be quicker to clean up before bed. I did as she requested. I had to. She had me. After Mom put my clothes away, she came into the study. She wanted to paint my nails while I did my homework. I protested, but it did not do any good. As I worked on my homework, Mom painted my nails. Dad stopped by the door and looked in. I looked up at him. I felt like I needed to say something that would assure him that his son was not a girly boy. However, sitting there wearing a skirt, bra and panty and Mom painting my nails, nothing came to me. He shook his head, mumbled something, and then walked away. After I finished with my homework, I got ready for bed. Mom had hung my new skirt and top in my closet. She put my new lingerie in my top drawer. My purse was on top of my dresser. Mom came into my room. I'll put your skirt and top in the laundry. Okay, I tried to sound happier. It hurt me that I lied to her. I wanted her to be able to trust me. Set your alarm a half hour early. I'll need time to get you ready. Mom, thanks. She was a sucker for common courtesies. Mom gave me a hug. You can wear your panties to bed. By her tone, I did not know if she was giving me permission or telling me to wear them. I was not sure how to answer, so I avoided the statement. Good night. She did not leave. She waited for me to undress. I knew then that I was going to wear the panties to bed. She tucked me in bed, and then she kissed me on the forehead like when I was little. She left my room, turning the lights off and shutting my door. It was easy to wake up early because I couldn't sleep. I spent the night worrying about school. What sleep I did get was troubled by a weird dream. I dreamt I was a girl and boys were chasing after me. Mom came into my room a minute after my alarm sounded. Time to wake up. We have a lot to do to get you ready. You need to get a move on. I did not want to walk around her wearing the underwear. Mom, can I have some privacy? Not today, dear. She thought for a moment. Think of yourself as a daughter, not a son. Mom, that's nuts. She was into the cross-dressing day much more than I was. She was acting weirder than normal. Now get moving. Come on, out of the bed. I moved slowly. Let me see your armpits. I raised my arms. You'll need to shave. Mom, I don't need to shave. She did not understand what she was asking. You don't have much hair, but you have too much. We're not European. Now do as I tell you. And you better run the razor over your legs. I was going to be laughed at and picked on. You're kidding. No. She did not look like she was joking. Now move it. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with your hair. What do you mean? I was not expecting anything to be done with my hair. She went to the closet and started to take my clothes out. Hurry. I did not move fast. I stood in the bathroom, thinking about my options. I thought of sticking my fingers down my throat to induce vomiting. Mom would have to let me stay home if I was truly sick. I looked at my reflection. At the pink underwear I was wearing and the pink nail polish. I wondered what possessed me to agree to this. Mom knocked on the door. Don't waste time, she said to push me along. I had promised my friends. I had to follow through. Mom, where's the razor? I'll get you one. Brush your teeth, she said, walking to her room. While I brushed, she came into the bathroom. I brought some things you will need. She turned the water on and started filling the tub. She dumped her bubble bath, Indiana. I tried to talk to her while brushing. She understood what I was asking. The bath beads will make it easier for you to shave. You don't have time to soak, but you should enjoy the hot bath. Use my shampoo on your hair. She took my shampoo and set it on the toilet tank. I brushed and brushed, leaning up against the sink. I wanted her to leave before turning around. Moreover, I was not going to step into the bath with her in the room. No matter what she said, I was not her daughter. I'll get the rest of your clothes ready. She left me alone. I quickly spit the toothpaste out, stepped out of the underwear, and sat in the tub. The water was hotter than I expected. After a minute, my body adjusted. It felt good. The hot bubble bath was relaxing. Mom walked in without knocking. Mom, what are you doing? I covered my privates. I brought you a robe. Mom hung a pink terry cloth robe on the door hook. Put it on when you're done. Call me when you're out. I'll fix your hair. Mom smiled at me. Remember, no soaking. After she left, I shaved. I did not have more than a half-dozen hairs in my armpits. Because the hair on my legs were blonde and barely visible, it was hard to tell where I shaved. The only way I could tell was by feeling them. My legs had become silky smooth. This did give me a feminine feeling. I would never admit that to anyone. I drained the tub and rinsed the bubbles off. After donning the robe, I called for Mom.
Please subscribe my channel for the next part. And visit my Patreon page for early access.